Hey y'all, and welcome back to Nail Table Confessions, the podcast where the polish is cute, but the truth is real. I'm your host, Tin, and if you're trying to build a beauty business that actually lasts, you're in the right place. Around here, we talk about the stuff they don't teach you in beauty school, so grab your favorite cuticle oil and let's get into today's conversation. Let's be honest, in a world where clients can hop from tech to tech with one scroll on Instagram, how do we actually build loyalty? Not just people who like their nails, but people who stay, refer their friends, and defend your name like their cousin. That kind of loyalty that don't come from just bomb designs, it comes from intention, energy, and strategy. Today, I'm spilling how I went from barely booked to fully booked with repeat clients who ride for me, and how you can do the same. Now, if you didn't know, loyalty starts with trust. Now, three of the biggest things that clients look for when they need to trust is you're going to show up consistently. You're going to deliver what you advertise. And most of all, you're going to communicate with respect. Now, I'm not going to lie. Loyalty doesn't start with a perfect set. It starts with a solid first impression. Now, here are some of the things that I focused on in order to get that trust. I did not have many last minute cancellations, not unless it's an emergency. And those I even have a problem with, because I feel like just like they have to book and move things around on their schedule, I have to do the same. So it's only fair. When I started this business, I wanted to have clear policies that were fair and not petty. Some of the policies that I started off with are not the policies that I have currently now, because I learned a lot of things and I made some changes that only made sense for my business. It is very important to have a respectful tone in all messages, even when enforcing boundaries. Sometimes when I don't know exactly what to say or how to say, I'm not gonna lie, I will go on to GPT chat and I will have a conversation, and it will shoot out the most respectful, just the most respectful way to get my point across. I cannot tell you how many times this saved me, because the things that I be wanting to say, it is not professional, and if I'm working on branding myself, that's not what I'm trying to do. I also have a fast follow-up. If my clients reach out to me, I like to get back to them as quick as possible, because for some reason, it's like when they reach out to me, I need to be available at all times. But I try to make myself check my phone at random times, because people book all over the place and I just don't want to miss anything. Sometimes they will reach out and I will think it's in an emergency, but it's really not. So I just like to be open and just communicate back to them in a timely manner, because it's gonna make or break the appointment, honestly. Some people are in a rush and they need to get appointments ASAP, and if they don't hear from you, they're just going to move on to the next person that they have been looking at anyway. So just make sure that you're available for them to, communicate with. Now, another good way to build loyalty is through experience. People like to stay where they are seen, where people understand them, where, they are well taken care of. They like to stay in these places. So it's our business to make sure they feel comfortable when they come in and get their services. I'm gonna be honest, y'all, every appointment that I have is a vibe. Lately I have been starting to change the music to fit the client. I don't know if they really tell, but I love it when the client is like, "Ooh, this is my song, girl." It just makes me feel good, because I'm like, all right, they're vibing, so let me just do what I do, and it's going to be great. It's going to be a great time. Now, when you guys are setting the vibe, you want to try something that's setting the mood. So you want to maybe dim the lights or have soft music playing. Now, don't get too soft, because they will go to sleep on you, and everybody knows that a sleepy client does not end a service well. Now, if you guys have listened to my previous episodes, you all know that I like to use warm towels and hand scrub when I send them to wash their hands. So that is a very good addition to add to the salon. I don't know if you guys remember, but back in the day when we used to go to the salon, they would have us wash our hands, and then they would have like a warmer with all of these warm towels in it. You can grab one every time you go wash your hands. I didn't want to give that same experience, but I want to give something like that. But I think mine is doing what it's supposed to do. Now, if that's a little too fancy for you, you can try scented lotion or cuticle oil at the end of the service. This is always a good addition to the service as well, because it just leaves their nails looking so nice and moisturized. The last thing you would want is someone to walk around with your art on their hands, and their hands are like ashy the moment that they leave out of your salon. So just think about that. Now, it doesn't matter which service they get, as long as they leave feeling pampered and prioritized. Y'all gotta think, people can get their nails done anywhere, but they want to feel something when they come and see you. The experience is what we are giving the people here, y'all. Now, another great way to gain loyalty is get personal on purpose. You know what I mean? Loyalty isn't transactional, it's emotional. As these people are coming to you, the loyalty is starting to build up, because you are now remembering birthdays. You are remembering some of the things that they told you, maybe about their kids, their families, vacations, interviews. You are literally keeping mental notes on things about this one client. It can be favorite colors, shapes. I mean, there's so many ways you can go with this, but these are just some of the things that you can just encounter with each and every person to gain that loyalty. Now, I don't know about your clients, but my clients feel so comfortable with me. They tell me everything, literally everything. And they also feel comfortable with just like sending me stuff on a daily, and I'm okay with that. I am totally okay with that, because the loyalty is there. Now, these people are becoming more than just names on a booking app. They are literally becoming members of your community that you have built and should be so proud of, because it is hard work, but again, it can be done if you plan this out right. Now, let's talk about how I made my client retention a system. Here's what I created. I created a loyalty card, so they have to come a certain amount of visits, and I believe they get about 20% off of that last visit. I also have a first time client discount. I believe that is about 10%. Not much, but it's something. I also give out aftercare instructions. So if it's something going on with their nails or whatever, I make sure that they know how to take care of it, so that the next time they come in, we won't have that problem, and I can just, do a little checkup and keep it moving. I also have exclusive rebooking perks. So if they rebook while they are in the salon, before they leave, they get a discount off of the next session. Now, I think all of this is pretty dope, because it gives the clients something to look forward to, something to engage in, and I just love it when they always bring back their loyalty cards and ask me to sign them. It just shows that they are just loyal clients, and they care about the system that I have made up just for them. And one of my favorite things that I like to do is send out reminder messages, because everyone is so busy. We forget some things, and the reminder messages always remind them, and they always let me know that it helped them out. So this is also something else that you can do. Now, let's talk about the loyalty online and offline. So your clients are watching how you show up online too. So are you educating them on nail care online as well? Are you showing your personality? Are you reposting their nails and making them feel proud? Or even talking about them like people? This is very important because it's one of those things, like if you're advertising online, they want to get that same experience inside of the suite. And if you're not doing that, they're going to be a little iffy and they might call you out. But just keep it consistent with whatever you choose to do. Sometimes it may feel a little weird to ask your clients for reviews or referrals, but remember, this is not begging. This is just simply saying, hey, if you love your set, a review or referral means everything. That's how small businesses like mine grow. And guess what? They showed up because I already poured into them, so they had no problem pouring back into me. Now, just a reality check, not every client is meant to stay. Some will love you and some will leave. But that doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It just means that you're not for them and they're not for you. Now, if you didn't know, loyalty is built over time. You just have to stay consistent, stay intentional, and keep showing up with heart. Now, you guys get out there and do your big one, and let's start getting those clients in your chair and creating that relationship with them to make them loyal clients. Before we end the show for today, I would like to leave you guys with some affirmations, so please write them down or give them to a nail tech friend. I build real connections, not just a client list. I create a vibe that people want to return to. I lead with value and loyalty follows. My clients are aligned with my energy and my growth. I am worthy of a loyal and supportive clientele. If this episode spoke to you, I want you to DM me right now on Instagram at NubiaNails10, or if you're listening on Spotify, feel free to leave me fan mail. That's it for today's confession. Loyalty isn't luck. It's something you build on purpose, with heart and with hustle. I'm your host, 10, and this was another episode of Nail Table Confession. Until next time, keep your retention strong, your mindset stronger, and don't forget to oil those cuticles.